Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Vishal Thakkar, your finance guru on our channel Finance Tube. Today, we are bringing in a topic which is mostly under the hood, discussed only in closed boardrooms, and ensured that it doesn't come out in the world. Why so? Because it has its own implications. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today's topic of discussion is off-balance sheet items and contingent liabilities. Now, a few decades ago, nobody cared about these things and it never mattered. Why? Because anyways, they are off the balance sheet. Who cares? But suddenly, the so-called financial engineers and investment bankers started structuring deals in such a way that they would surpass the eyes of regulators, investors, and stakeholders for the benefit of small section of people called board of directors. With large scale scams, no, large is a small word, mammoth scale scams like Enron, WorldCom, Xerox, Satyam, and many more. Suddenly, all the regulators have sat up and started to take notice of this one small section of the annual report, which is presented in small fine print called OBS, that is off balance sheet items, and contingent liabilities. So what are these off balance sheet items? Off balance sheet items are items of ifs and buts. That means those are the items which may get reported on happening or non-happening of certain events. For example, if a company uses a lot of its funds to take positions in derivatives market, and derivatives market, it can go one way or either way, and whichever way it goes, it can give you either an exponential profit or an exponential loss. Such, because of its contingent nature and because you are not sure in which direction the market will go, you cannot report it into the balance sheet because it does not form under the conventional framework of how balance sheet is prepared. There are other things like corporate guarantees, individual guarantees, which are given for certain contracts which may or may not materialize in future. These contracts in certain scams were so large that had one or more of them would have gone in the adverse direction, it would have wiped out the entire balance sheet of the company. Such grave and serious contingent liability positions taken by the top management of the enterprise just goes unreported or unnoticed. We can't say unreported because they are there in the annual report, but they are there in small fine print. Very difficult for people to read. So, these days, this particular section of your annual report becomes very, very critical. So, for holistic understanding of financial statements, you have to go through this section called off-balance sheet items and contingent liabilities. I hope this small explanation would have installed enough curiosity in your mind to open this Pandora's box. So next time when you are going through an annual report, make sure that you go through this section of it. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to our videos for more such information which is generally under the hood. Remember our channel Finance Tube. We all know that people from non-finance background struggle to manage their finances. They hit the reality when they get their first paycheck, and from then on they are all by themselves to manage their money on their own for lifetime. It's like asking you to fly a plane without any formal training. It's very risky. So our endeavor through our books, our videos, and all other mediums is to educate you financially so that you don't outsource managing your own finances to somebody else and suffer because of inefficiencies of other people. One of the best sellers and the fourth position on the bestseller list finance for non-finance. What is an SIP? An SIP is offered by mutual fund as an alternative to a recurring deposit of a bank. So what do? You take out a fixed sum of money every month and put it into your favorite mutual fund and you see your money grow.